Hey guys, we're back in the comfy chair about 2 minutes after I finished the last video for me, but probably about a week for you guys, as I film videos in chunks. Makes sense. Now we're going to talk about another writing concept, which is dealing with your first draft. This is something I've been wanting to talk about for a little while, but never felt like I had enough to really make a full video out of it, so let's see if I can succeed. So you've finally done it. You have written an entire first draft. It's book length, it's got all the elements that you wanted, and you're excited. But then you maybe go online or you do a little research and you find people, belittling first drafts, and that always annoys me. So my first step for you, now that you finished your first draft, is be fucking proud of yourself. You just wrote a book. Is it a finished book? No, but you wrote a book. Do you have any idea how many people can't do that? Do you have any idea how many people start and don't finish, or don't start at all? Yeah, you're a badass. So take a moment, revel in it, give yourself a round of applause. Now the second step, of course, is to accept that this beautiful creation that you have made is not a perfect creation and it does need work. But the key is to think of it like polishing a pretty stone to make it better. It's already pretty, but you could make it even prettier. What I see so often is the notion that you've got this horrifying, ugly monstrosity, and you have to try and make it pretty. Now, again, remember, be proud of your first draft, but understand that it still needs work. Now, this step is going to be really hard for people, and I often have trouble with it myself, and that is step back from your work for as long as you can. I'm talking about maybe even give it a year. It's really hard to do because you're like, I just finished this thing, it was so much work and I want to show everyone and I want to fix it right now. But try to at least step back for a couple months, work on a new writing project, do something else that's not writing related, but step away from the draft. Trust me, this will help you. The next step, and perhaps while you've stepped away from it, is to find yourself some beta readers. If you're like me and you self-publish and you cannot afford an editor, then trying to find other people you respect, people who have the knowledge, like if you know any teachers who are willing to read your first draft, find these people, see if they will read your draft and critique it. The next step is, of course, to take their critiques and try really hard not to be insulted by them. This is the main reason that you step back from the work, because when the work is new, it is your baby. It is a chunk of your soul, and when people critique it, you feel like they're just taking knives and stabbing them right into your soul. But if you step back from it and you give yourself some space from it, eventually it kind of becomes its own entity, kind of like a child growing up. And so it's a lot easier for you to go back and look at it and edit it critically without all of that deep emotional attachment. I mean, you're still going to be attached to it, you're still going to love it, but you're going to have an easier time taking the critiques and implementing them. And of course, remember that when you hear people's critiques, you don't always necessarily have to take every single one. If there's one or two that you're really feeling iffy about, you can ask the other people whose critiques you respect maybe a little bit more, or alternately just really think about it and maybe you'll say, you know what, this isn't what my book needs, I disagree. And that's fine. It's your book. In the end, it's your book and you get to decide what goes into it. But please consider the critiques. As soon as you get the critique, your first instinct is going to be like, no, this is wrong for my book. But give it a little space, wait a day or two, and then look at the critique again and be like, now that I've thought about it, it's been percolating in the back of my brain for a while, that's not a terrible idea. It actually might help. So yeah, take critiques and give them some space too. Everything needs space. We just get a personal bubble around all this. And then finally, rewrite as many times as it takes. That doesn't necessarily mean rewriting the whole damn thing, but don't be afraid to go in like a surgeon and move chunks around, eliminate pieces, add to pieces, just kind of have fun with it. And again, this is going to be a lot easier if you've separated yourself with some time from the work, because it's really hard to go into your freshly made story and hack it to little itty bits. So there you go, that's my advice on dealing with your first draft. Be fucking proud of yourself and then give it some space. Those are the two main things that are hard to do, but super important if you ask me. And don't forget, you guys, you can check out my original book, Phoenix, which is for sale on the Amazon store for your Kindle, link in the doobly-doo. Or if you are a fan fiction fan and also happen to be into Dragon Age, I sincerely hope that you check out The New Ways of Old Gods, which is my book-length fan fiction about Dragon Age Inquisition. Or if you're a Mass Effect fan and you're still feeling salty about that ending, because some of us still are, please go check out After the Fall, which is my slightly shorter but still maybe novella-length Mass Effect fanfiction. Links in the doobly-doo. And hopefully someday I will get off my butt and have a brand new original book for you. It's written, it's in like the 3rd draft stage, so we'll see where we get with that. And now I'm gonna do a book tag for you all, but that's gonna be in the next video. I'll see you later. Happy writing!